Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, we'd like to start off giving all honor and glory and praises to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honors to our apostle, elders of great millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine, strong shalom, to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men and children, that the Lord will have mercy in these last days. Brothers Jim as Cleveland branch, Lord willing to bring out a quick and edifying lesson. All right, just rolling in the spirit, brothers conversating off camera, all right, about different things. So much going on in the world. It's hard to keep up, but as watchmen, we're commanded to, keep up to the best of our ability, man. Because, you saw a stipulation on you when you have to work, you have to do this, you have to take this, get your life fixed, get this. So it's a lot we have to do in our everyday life, but we are commanded to be watching. So, and with that being said, it's a lot of things going on. Now, one thing, this one guy who made mention of is that he made making mention. I forgot his name, but he was making mention of these BRICS nations and stuff, and they was making a mention that it's something about to take place August 1st. I think it's called something called SWIFT or something like that. Something called I think the term is SWIFT, but it's something about they're trying to push something about August 1st, and they're trying to one of the major plans that's highlighting the whole new phase that they're pushing on August 1st is they don't have no plans of having the U.S. dollar involved with their new layout. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see everywhere. You see it in China, and he also mentioned some of the countries, China, Russia, different countries. And brothers also watched that video. Was it Kenya? Y'all said Kenya, where the guy talking about who have U.S. dollars. You know what I'm saying? He advised his people to get rid of them because they're gonna be worthless. They're not gonna be able to use them for their advantage. Go ahead, bro.
Real quick, just to back the brother up. SWIFT stands for the Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. So this is like a big world bank. Like, currency exchange with each other. Like if I had 1,000 euros, I would return it into 1,000 rubles. Like you go through SWIFT. And I did a lesson on that about a year ago. Because the basic conflict between Russia. I got to read back on the lesson. I don't want to miss the point. The point being, this is another facet of America. Not facet. This is another way that America is going down financially. The spirit is being exposed by the elders and the apostles. No matter what it boils down to, all these economic turmoils is what the sea hit by humanity.
Because the collapse of this society surrounded the money. So I'm saying that the money was a big part in him to issue in the next phase. Right. That's why when he got, was it Roosevelt? I believe, what was the president? I forgot his name. I always forget his name. I don't know why. But the one who took away the gold standard, you know what I'm saying? And then they issued in the fiat, it was around, I think, the 1950 or something like that. But they issued in the new phase of currency, the fiat currency, all right? And then also, it used to be where the money used to be backed by silver, man. But then you have to have silver certificate, but then they took that away, man. What you got?
It's on Google. It says China was the first country to use fiat currency around 1000 AD, and the currency then spread to other countries of the world. It became popular in the 20th century when U.S. President Richard Nixon introduced a law that canceled the direct convertibility of the U.S. dollar to gold.
Richard Nixon. So bro just brought it up, Richard Nixon. So you can't just take your dollar and they give you gold. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. They took that concept away. So therefore now so that means that the item that I once used, they looked at it as valuable as gold because I could bring it in and then they just give me a piece of gold because they hold the same weight. So by taking that away, they're telling you that now what you use as far as currency, they took the weight away from it, so it's not backed by anything. You know what I'm saying? So now, what that means is that we're about to get ready to go into troublesome time. Matter of fact, if a brother can grab Revelation 3, we'll start with that, and then we grab that. All right. Because the time we're about to get ready to go into, man, and whatever brother got, and the time we're about to go into, bro, it's about to test. Let's go. But whoever got it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Revelation 3. started at 3:10.
It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the outward temptations, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what we're going into. That's surrounded by this man's his currency, the way he has set up as his currency. That's going to play a big part in the next phase of everybody's life, and everybody's future. You know what I'm saying? It was at the time, because that's the hour of temptation. It's going to come, bro. That's what Revelation 13 talking about.
That's right.
You're going to try all, both small and great.
Rich and
We're
poor.
going to be tested on what God we serve.
Yeah.
As I bring out all the time, the God of Mammon, which is the Syrian, it was a Syrian deity of the God of money.
That's right.
And the Lord set out his own mouth. We can't serve the Most High Mammon. So the hour of temptation is going to come where we're faced with real life situations, not movies. You see them, but real life situations where you face where you got to feed my daughter, feed my son, my spouse, this, he's sick, they sick. Oh, damn, they got diabetes. Oh, damn, he need cancer medication.
Yep.
But I can't get it unless I got technology.
Yep. And see all that, and see it's really a test of your faith.
That's
You know
what
what
it's
I'm saying?
about.
That's what it's all going to boil down to. I did a lesson a couple days ago, and I was saying, and speaking for brothers in this truth, people that really believe on YAHAWASHI, because 2/3 of our people go perish, the Negro, Latino, Native, Pacific, Indian, and it's inevitable for the heathen. You know what I'm saying? But what our people is like, you know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father, what the Heavenly Father get ready to do, the Heavenly Father, even us, like, it's the time to take the trouble. So even we'll get ready to be tried by our words. We're going to be tried by the things we speak. You know what I'm saying? Because this devil finna come down with us having great rapping. That's a part of it with this new system that he's getting ready to incorporate. But the Heavenly Father, because ultimately the Heavenly Father is using this devil to try us by our words on everything that we stand for in the name of YAHAWASHI.
Yes.
Are we gonna really walk by? Are we gonna really stand firm and stand strong in the face of these devils? Matter of fact, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did when they set up that golden image. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is in Revelation 13. He said those that refuse to worship that image. You know what I'm saying? It's that image, and that's the image that, you know what I'm saying? That's this new world order. That's everything that revolves around them in America and everything that they're incorporating and trying to push.
Yes, philosophy.
Yeah, kind.
That's what goes into this image. And showing you that it's a world, it's a trial world, right?
Yes, right.
That means it's a worldwide event, which show you because everybody uses that fiat currency.
Yeah.
They use the US dollar for trade and commerce and business and everything you could think. So now showing you that everybody's gonna be affected by this change, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we also made mention too on the US type of that shit. Yeah, US debt clock. When you type in US debt clock, it used to be where it used to have accretion. It's called accretion, I think. They said fiat currency. All right, that's the name of the currency that we currently use in that so-called monitors the world. But now, when you go on there and look it up, it says something completely different. It says U.S. Treasury dollars. So they already made the change right up under your nose, which we already knew that. You know what I'm saying? But now they have it. Now they started putting it into writing, if you will. They got it written out on different things and layouts.
Because it's in the power of their hand to do so.
Yep.
I had a quick precept. Go ahead, bro. This is Judges 24:20. If you forsake the Lord and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you. After that, he has done you good. So, I brought this up because, in this particular context, Joshua was talking to the tribe of Israel and was reminding them of the things that Jacob before the flood, when Abraham was still around. His father was an idol worshiper. And it made me think about it because brother brought out a precept about mammon, or he quoted it. And when you serve other gods, what happens? That's the first commandment, not to serve any other god. And there's plenty of scriptures that tell you when you put the love of money above YAHAWASHI, it's going to lead to the mind. It's that same mindset that Esau is trying to basically reverse engineer. But backwards to a point, this is Jerusalem all over again. Jerusalem is the people before the place.
Right.
So that second seed is happening now, to the point where we read about it in the book of Kings, where you're going to have to eat a fucking donkey head, and you be paying shekels of silver for dove shit. In 2023, you're going to experience shrinkflation on a whole other level. You're going to have to pay fuck around $100 for a loaf of bread you got for $3-4 just a week ago. And that's a part of the Lord destroying you. But ultimately, if you bow down and take that seed, the Lord's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, the Lord said he required which is past. So And he said in Malachi 3:6, he changed not. So therefore you sons of Jacob do not consume. So the Lord, he required, which is past, which means that what have been shall be. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come back in this full, but this time even more of a full force. Because now, why? Because we've been spread out to the world and there's more people on earth. So therefore it's going to be more detrimental. You know what I'm saying? By default, because there's too many people, it's too much involved now. So the process and the results and the judgment going to have to be greater. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the scriptures also say that the sins have to reach the boiling point, the sins have to reach into heaven. So from the time, more ancient times until now, iniquity and sins have increased. We see that when we go on the Cleveland Rivers page, even news articles, like people dying in droves now, but that hasn't even touched the surface of what Jacob Trouble has to bring.
Yeah, and it's beautiful that you even say that, because like you said Cleveland, and that's a great part of us. So we speaking about the things that we know take place here, but think about the judgment that's going on in all these other places as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like even not to digress from the lesson, but it's just like even talking off camera. The shit that just happened in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? With the Karen that ran into the school and shot the school. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They killed 2 teachers and 3 children. You know what I'm saying? But that's all the judgment of YAHAWASHI. Like, and it's just crazy because like at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father's just starting to get busy now. You see him busy in the world. You see all these I forget where it's at, where he just hit a place with the tornadoes. Or something that just happened, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, something, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That just took place. So the Heavenly Father, he's visiting the world, but he's visiting the world first by calamity, all the things that he's causing to happen.
Yep. Got it. Right, you got it back real quick.
Matthew chapter 24, it started out like
Yep.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
So we're about to walk into great situation. It's a necessary situation. It's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Evil meaning that's a compound word. Evil time it'll be bad. So it's a necessary bad time that we're about to approach, bro. Everybody want to work out and do something in life to get better. Well, we trying to get a better body. We trying to get a better kingdom, live better, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what it takes. This is that workout that the Lord is about to put us through, and it takes fire touching your body, man. Whether right now as a man of the Lord, you're going through the little stuff now, or that lake of fire, man, you got to be born back to the kingdom. But either way, you're gonna get touched by the fire that's coming. All right, whether again, like I explained. So go ahead, bro.
Want me to bring that back?
Yeah.
This is Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved.
Right. Go ahead. For what?
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, man. So I was just talking to somebody the other day. Something like, yeah, bro, just felt like, yeah, of course it did. Of course it felt like you still in January. Like it's you know what I'm saying? Of course they do. Because the Lord is shortening the time, bro. Like when we was younger, shit, it wasn't. These days weren't going as fast, man. Like real though. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like and shit, we was children and playing all the time. You would think, no, bro, the days was long, bro. Summers was long. You know what I'm saying? School was long as hell. Like different. So the Lord is literally shortening at the time on every aspect, from the lowest to the greatest, because the elect are in the midst of battle. The elect is in the belly of the beast, and the Lord is using the elect to actually devour and destroy the system within. Okay, and then eventually it's going to get to the point that now people are starting to see now what you're seeing now, and now it's going to see the destruction on the outside. So don't you see that, like any cancers and different diseases in the body, it starts in the body first, and then you start to see the results on the outside, bumps and leg get chopped off and all type of shit. And that's what the Lord about to do to America, man. You see, it's what
if I gotta add, we always read what quote this with Job 30:7, because it's a time that's unprecedented. So you think about all the worst times in so-called American history. You think about the Trail of Tears. You think about the transatlantic slave trade. You think about Jim Crow. Even more modernized, you think about some of the things that went on, like transitioning out of Jim Crow era.
on what went down in Tulsa.
Yeah. Yup. Think about even something like Sandy Hook. There's gonna be times way worse than that. Extremely dire times that are gonna require a certain level of faith. And through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, the hopeful elect have been building upon that faith.
That's right. But that's because this is because we trust in YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into that word trust, it says when you go into that word trust, one of the definitions it gives, it says to be without care. And it makes you think of Wisdom of Solomon 6th chapter, because when we really trust in YAHAWASHI, don't get me wrong, we trapped in these bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like the brothers made mention, we want those new bodies. But at the end of the day, it's like we want these times to come. Like the brother said, that's a necessary evil. You know what I'm saying? So in the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, dwelling with this wisdom, we're gonna be quickly without care. So it's like we ain't really worried about the times to come. We just say, Lord willing, hopefully we're on the right side of things. We want to be a part of the elect. And the scriptures say the Lord have care for his elect. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately you gotta realize that's the devil coming down to us having great wrath. That's the devil, that's the Heavenly Father using the devil to afflict us with all these things that he's incorporating, all the things he's trying to come down on us with. And ultimately you gotta realize, even though it's made to try the whole world, it's for you Negroes, Latinos, niggas, and similar Indians. Because you're the only people that can receive salvation. It ain't these other nations. The Heavenly Father get ready to put his enemy down, and he get ready to put 2/3 of his people down that chose to be joined hand in hand unto the enemy.
I don't know that though. Like we could just be anybody saying that shit. Second Ezra the 9th chapter.
That's kind. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
You got something?
But now go ahead.
Oh, if somebody grab second, it was 432. I think that's the right one. But this real quick. This is Ezekiel 44. I can't find it. But Ezekiel 44 and 23. It says, and they shall 22. Neither shall they take for their wives a widow or her that is put away, but they shall take maidens of the seed of the house of Israel, or widow that had a priest before. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane, to cause men to discern between the unclean and clean. And that's what the Lord has done. He set up the prophets to which we believe we are those men were AHBANAWA, YAHAWASHI. You know, we're teaching the people the difference between the clean and the unclean. And what you're seeing the world going to, or actually you can look everywhere on the news. You see the world in an unclean state. Mm-hmm. All right. Esau has everything set up for you to lose, for you to be devoured and death. He's the man of death. So our job is to show people the difference between real, what's not, life, what's death, and which is ultimately the same category I just read, clean and unclean. Clean is pure, clean is life, clean is living. Unclean is death, decay, dirty, dingy, anything. So it's only two ways. So cold, hot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it all falls in that line. And that's our job, to show you the difference between clean and unclean. Yeah. We're telling you that it's going to be our temptation that's going to tempt the whole world. And his job is to keep you in that unclean state forever. Mm-hmm. To do away with you coming back to some form of purity and clear and cleanness. Yeah,
because we know, like you said, if we try to follow the clean thing, so Lord willing, we are part of that. The elect, the saints of the Most High YAHAWASHI. So we try to show you that straight gate. We try to show you to follow this straight gate, not to walk into the broad way, because that broad way leads us to death. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize that straight and narrow way. That's like the Lord said, there'd be few that find it. You know what I'm saying? Let's paraphrase it. So meaning like everybody not gonna find that way. You know what I'm saying? That's like taking a shortcut through the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You can walk all the way around the world because I can see this way. I know it's gonna get me there, but I'm gonna beat you to that point because I know the cut. I know the ways to take, and we know the way to take through what the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? That broad way they try to show you. You know what I'm saying? That's that quick way. That's why they bring like going back to the lesson. That's why they coming out with all this damn technology. You can do everything on your phone. Smart this, smart that. Well, just tap your card. You gotta swipe your card no more. Just tap it. They ask you, the card got the chip. You know? And that's what they ask you in a minute. You got the chip.
Yeah, to the point that you don't even gotta carry that shit no more. You order the device that taps the
Come on now.
You just walk past, tap this, you tap your hand. You don't gotta carry all the devices and all the extra shit. People lose it. They try to push that when the slam first hit.
Come on.
Oh, I lost my passport, so I can't get on the plane. So I'm saying that was all symbolic. I mean, what's the word? It was all predictive programming, man, to get you ready and comfortable with this new way of life.
That's right.
And now they're ready to push it. Now they're fighting.
Which
Like,
one?
yeah, we got a second.
I got 432. Second 432. I got it.
Yeah, what it say?
It says, and when the ear shall be cut down.
No, would it go to the point? Is it 38?
I go down 38. It says, then as I and said, "O Lord, that there is rule, even we all are full of impiety."
No, when he said it's right, it's wrong around the rest. But it was 28. 28. That's what I want.
Yeah, but that's concerning the things where they'll ask me, I will tell you for the evil song, for the destruction. Yeah,
Keep going.
verse 29, therefore that which is sown will not turn aside.
Oh yeah, no, not 28. No, but it's later down because it's 36 or 30.
Did not the souls of the righteous? Did not the souls of the righteous the expression of these things and their changes?
No, that's
35.
Lord, I got it.
Okay, God.
I got it. It's 37. Okay. There's the second address, 437. It says, by measure have you measured the times, and by number have you numbered the times. He do not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. What you had said too earlier, I forgot what it was, but it made me think it's precept because that's what you see now.
I'm here because it let you get to it though. Because what the brother said was, is like, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, like everything has to reach a certain point. Like how the skin in the earth, you know what I'm saying? Like everything has to reach. It's got to reach a certain time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even like that true separation of the good from the evil. Thinking about the parable of the soil, Matthew the 13th chapter. You know what I'm saying? The wheat and the tares. You know what I'm saying? We can grow together to the end. You know what I'm saying? Until the day of harvest. You know what I'm saying? It ain't time to be, and that's the elect. You know what I'm saying? That's that sad time for the elect to be plucked and to be separated from the unclean.
Exactly. That's the harvest being right.
That's right.
That's so the Lord. So that's why you like, well, it's been invented since 1950. Man, nigga, look. The Lord, that it wasn't time, like you know what I'm saying, like.
God.
And then when you really think about it, you're like, oh shit, like if I was just a regular person, and you just thought about, oh, that do kind of makes sense, like, damn, like I had mentioned before with Russia invading Ukraine, they tried to invade Ukraine in 2014.
Right.
Well, nigga, it wasn't the time to invade Ukraine. Things wasn't set up. It wouldn't have made sense for them to invade Ukraine.
Right.
But now it makes sense for them to invade Ukraine based off the other shit that's going on in the world, prophecies and different policies that was passed. This nigga said that, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So that's what the Lord he don't move and stir up the prophecies until they reach a certain point until it's time, until that measure is fulfilled. Like it's also talking about the affliction of Zion being fulfilled. Yeah. So now you're seeing this shaking up. We read Matthew 24. Now the time is shortening up. When we were the kids, they weren't doing that. But now as we are adults and we're not just grown, we're grown. Now you see the time shortening up because those measures are being fulfilled, man. You know? Go ahead. I'll let you talk something.
Yeah, just real quick, got it. Point that y'all brother made earlier about us making the ways of the Lord known, because that's how we know how to discern from these things. We know what's right and what's not right. We know when prophecies popping off. So this is Luke chapter 3 verse 4. It says, as it is written in the book of the words of Isaiah the prophet, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be brought low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways shall be made smooth. So this is what we do with prophesying. When we put the camera on, we put the garment on, and we proclaim the ways of the Lord. When we take current events and break them down through the spirit and make these things plain upon table, that's what we do. And when we telling people, hey, you need to repent, you need to stop doing this, that, and the third, then we explain to them why, we are making those ways straight. You know, it's not going to be completely perfected until we get to the kingdom, but this is us making our part of the election tour, doing the things that the Lord requires us, and ultimately fulfilling prophecy. Because what was John the Baptist doing? That's what this verse is talking about. He was heralding the kingdom. He was heralding the coming of YAHAWASHI. So we're coming in that same stead as hopeful elect. Okay.
No, that's the spirit. Hey, like I forgot when we first started the lesson.
Malachi 3.
No, Malachi 4.
Okay, so like,
yeah, I was And that's another. I guess I read it since I'm here because that's another reason why prophecies are being stirred up like the way they are because the hearts of the fathers have returned. You know what I'm saying? The alignment has we have gotten realigned with the vibration that we once were on. You know what I'm saying? And now things are starting to make sense again.
Ooh, what the scriptures say he will stir us up by way of remembrance. In Baruch chapter 4, verse 28, he said, "For it was our mind to go astray." So being returned, what we doing? We seek the Heavenly Father 10 times more.
Yeah, when you say you make me think of like when the Lord just put a shaking. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So if you fall asleep, and you're in a deep sleep, and we get like say we in an emergency, I'll shake you. I gotta put a shake on you so you get your ass up and we get up out of here.
Yeah.
He shook us. Matter of fact, Baba Bashar.
Well, that's a spiritual
Isaiah
bro.
10, 15, or Isaiah 10 and 20.
Because what scripture say he didn't want to find a way to understand. I just want to make this.
No.
The scripture say he didn't want to find a way to understand the shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So who wants in the congregation of the dead? So guess what? The alarm clock been went off. We just couldn't hear it. And now the Heavenly Father has shook us to get our asses up out the bed. And guess what? We ain't worried about no shoes. We ain't worried about no coat. Guess what? We running after YAHAWASHI because we know this shit finna blow. Everything finna come to an end.
Yeah, because
it's all over.
His voice accent is an alarm too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we might not have heard that clock go over.
That's right.
If I'm like, hey bro, shout, that's an alarm.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. The Lord put
what the scriptures say, blow the trumpet in Zion.
Right.
That's blowing the trumpet, waking our people up because we come with a sense of urgency, telling you that the end is near. The end started when YAHAWASHI touched foot.
That's
it.
it.
Touched on the scene. So how much more now?
Yeah, because you had different trumpets and different alarms for different reasons, for different sounds. You had a trumpet blowing for ceremonies, marriages and shit. You had a trumpet blowing for war. The Lord, he woke us up because we were about to get ready to move into war. Our time ain't the same as the Lord. So even when our business, well, I'm about to read after you get that, but that's when the prophet came, when our business came up on the scene, hey, that's the spirit because Apostle Tahar was just talking about this in the lesson he did today. You know what I'm saying? Literally just talking about the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But our business, he is Elijah, man. You know what I'm saying? And we believe that through the spirit of YAHAWASHI because the things that happen after that, and you got to filter through the scriptures, the things that happen after that, bro, it lines up perfectly with the prophecies. It wasn't until Abba came on the scenes that the 12 tribes sign came out of that. Because who came up with the 12 tribes sign of the spirit? High priest Rawchaa. So, you know, and that came from the teaching. So everything that we have today trickled on down from that one man that the spirit of YAHAWASHI was placed upon to do certain things, and it came on down. And that means what? That he had good fruit. Because YAHAWASHI said good tree can bring forth corrupt fruit. And so that means he had good fruit, which means he had the doctrine. He had the gospel. He had the things that the Lord required of us to have embedded in us when he returned to make us look like him. When I say you got your child, yeah, they might look like you, right? But don't you see sometimes a parent dress them that they might wear matching outfits? Now look, I dressed him up to look like me. You know what I'm saying? He got this drip like me. I dressed him up. That's what the Lord did. He dressed us up. You know what I'm saying? So that when he come, he be like, oh, that's him. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I'm gonna get this.
Isaiah 10:20.
You good, bro?
Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel.
No. What was it? Cause what 10 and 15 say?
How to act both himself.
Right, that's 10 and 15. It's in that same chapter. It say when O Lord without awakens. When it says O Lord without awakens, from like dream, roughly paraphrasing. I'm gonna read this while you get that. I might be quoting different scriptures, but this is Malachi 4 and 3. It says, I'm gonna start at 4. It says, remember ye the law. No, fine, I'm just gonna straight into it.
Was that was the premise? Like the law of the Proverbs 16:24.
No, it was Isaiah. It was just type in oh Lord without awakens. Like you put on Google or something, put KJV shit. It says Malachi 4 and 5, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And that's another thing. The great and dreadful day of the Lord is the judgment, World War III. that's another thing that cuts the hell doctrine, because so you telling me a nigga burning like with the wicked, you got wicked people for it, right?
Right.
So you mean to telling me them niggas is in hell right now, and the Lord gonna take them out of hell
and put them back in here?
Because the Lord supposed to be the day of judgment, right?
That's right.
So that means you telling me that they already received their judgment. So that means you're gonna take them out of that judgment just to get them the judgment of the day of the Lord and put their ass back, bro. And then the Lord is the spirit of Father of spirits. So you mean telling me a portion of him is gonna be burning forever? That don't even make sense, man. Because everything, because they tell you that in Wisdom of Solomon 12, I believe that's 12:1, that thy incorruptible spirit is in all things. So the Lord's spirit is in all things, man. So I'm saying, so the Lord, he said, good and dreadful day of the Lord. So he's going to send on Elijah the prophet. And how you know it's not that time? Because Elijah, when you go to Ezekiel 37, about the 12 trial sign, they wasn't walking around back then with 12 trial signs. That was for the time we're living in right now. Okay? And when Alpha came on the scene, he brought through the spirit and power of Rawchaa, the new and the Old and New Testament. He preached, he brought, that's us returning back to the fathers, man, with the complete breakdown, the complete understanding. Okay, it says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Yeah, so because you got spiritual fathers, Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rawchaa, and Apostle Rambam, those are our spiritual fathers, man. You know? What you got? You got something?
Just off the phone.
Let me see. I got this.
It was just like what you said, like what the Heavenly Father gonna do? Wake them up and then like basically put them back in hell, and you know they ain't receive that judgment. Like the Lord said, everybody's gonna sit before the judgment seat for the good or evil done in these bodies. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it's Psalm 73.
John, I had that too. I had to put it up. Yeah, I had to put it up.
Psalm 73.
But Daniel 12:2 said, I just want to make this point. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. This is Daniel 12:2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. Some to everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? Some will see that salvation, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So they will catch the missile. You know what I'm saying? They won't get burned over the 2/3 and these heathens. They don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to make that point because you said that.
Yeah, no, because see, that's the thing though, because when the Lord come back, Scripture talk about he want to find so doing, and he want to find those working. Because when you go up, you grab 2nd Ezra 13, 13. It talk about and you could grab you can grab 2nd Ezra 9. Go with that. 13. Yeah, jump down to the point where it says it talks about like peril or something like.
It says this 2nd Ezra chapter 13 verse 23.
Yeah.
It says, he that shall endure the peril in that time have kept himself, that they that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith towards the Almighty.
So he got should endure the peril in that time and kept himself. We keep ourselves by the faith. All right, because it said so. It says that they that fall into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. So the time we're about to get ready to go into, bro, it shows you that because our also by default our work is accumulated by our faith. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I don't do a lot towards the ministry, that means my faith is small. You know what I'm saying? If I whatever, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So it's about your faith what activates the work. They go hand in hand. Talk about that in James. Faith without works is dead.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, the scripture said, he that should endure the peril. What is peril? Peril is dangerous. It's dangerous. Talk about that in the screen. Was that Timothy? That in the last days, a perilous time should come. Perilous meaning dangerous. Okay, a form of danger. So the ones that's going to escape this danger that's coming, that's going to be a result of this new banking system that we started off with. The results of, because you mentioned it too, bro, that this shit gonna bring a lot of lawlessness in. Because you got a lot of things. Oh, remember? Oh shit, the shit that just happened with Trump. He had just tweeted or something because I guess he was about to go to jail, get indicted or something. But something was happening. He's like, if I go down, it's gonna be some bloodshed. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what it was. That they was showing some people rioting, different shit like that over the whole situation. So just how much can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? When certain laws are put in place and certain things is put in place, them niggas is doing that for a man. That can't. So how much more something that can affect their livelihood, bro? That affect how they eat or move. You think them niggas ain't gonna turn up, man?
Yeah.
Of course they are, man. They doing that for Trump, for saying Trump saying they have no validation of this nigga Trump, but they just support him that much that they rather willing to go on the streets and riot and shit like that for this nigga.
But going back to the point that we made earlier, how America is, they represent his image. What does Trump stand for?
The American
He stands for that insatiable lust that Esau has. That I got a small loan of $1 million from my father and ran it up. That's what he represents. Nepotism. He represents all the wickedness that is tied in to the image that we talk about in Revelation 13. So that's why it's going to be an upward people. That last symbol of hope and American freedom that the East, that the Edomites have been suppressing is represented through him. You know?
You know, because like you said, you know what he stands for, make Babylon great again. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he trying to, that was his slogan he was doing his campaign, and that's what he's still back. You know what I'm saying? Make this place great again. That was place getting ready to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy though, because even, and that's just like, I just want to make a point, because even 2/3 of our people have that same mindset. It's like everything's gonna get better, or even if we do this, then we can just make the world a better place, or do this and do. Even like, do you understand like that will upset prophecy and make the Heavenly Father YAHAWASHI alive if everybody was to get along, or if we were able to do this, or you wanted to accomplish like, well, we just gonna make this smooth, everything gonna be smooth, the world go back the way it was. Hell no, that ain't how the Heavenly Father got it set up. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly Father say he's a man of war. That's what it's going to be on the earth. War, lawlessness. That's what's coming.
Yeah. Who had that second before? You did.
I had that second Ezra 4, yeah.
You go back to that. It started 28. That's what was required for this movie to play out. It was required for this to be what they say, we got protagonists and antagonists. You know, it was required for that, man. But you got it out.
This second Ezra chapter 4, second Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. It reads, "But as concerning the things where thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then can it not come that is sown with good."
Right. So, like, just like night and day, night had to be there. This is what they have to be there. It's a balance to it. The Lord Scripture tell you in 1 Corinthians that false balance is in about. Where is that at?
False balance.
Proverbs, yeah.
False balance, yeah. False balance abomination. That's beautiful how you say that too. Like night and day, not because guess what? Why is night over here? Night just fell over here. It's daytime on the other side of the earth.
Right. People is up.
Yeah.
It's like I was thinking of 1 Corinthians 14 and said, Lord said, do everything decent and order.
That's right.
So it's an order and a structure to everything, even to how you eat your body, to how you move, to how you talk, how you think. But 11. What is it? What you said? 11. I said 16. 11 and 16.
11 and 1.
Oh, duh, yeah, 11 and 1. What?
Yeah,
What's Proverbs 16 and 4 say then?
You say how the Heavenly Father like all the things for something.
Thank you for the day evil.
That's on my mind, so like yeah.
Proverbs.
Yeah. So false balance is an abomination of the Lord. And then read that in 16, but yeah, that's the spirit.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil. To the point of balance, we reference Isaiah the 45th chapter, around 32. The Lord creates good and evil. To do what? To magnify himself. That's power. That's balance. You know what I'm saying? Because how would you know the difference between good and evil? You need that comparison. And it just shows the power of the Lord. Isaiah 55, there's no way that we can follow this. There's absolutely no way. The Lord created his own nemesis. He put that spirit in him to where he thinks he's going to win. Everything we see is playing out because the Lord declared it out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So he created all things. and we read about it. He gave us, Deuteronomy 29 and 29. He let us in, the prophets, his friend, on how he's doing certain things. And it starts from creation to the present and to the future, how Israel's going to be saved and the other nations are going to be served. It's like, yeah.
No, you good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your thing. I just was gonna say, because going back to there's a bunch of things that were said, but this is 2 Corinthians 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, it was pearl because of the devices that would come into it. Which, when you go into the word device, we know it means a plan. All right, a wicked plan. He tell you about that in First Maccabees too. You know what I'm saying? The device pleased them well. So the plans that Antiochus and these different Edomites was coming up with, Israelites was getting, they was like, yo, it was pleasing to their flesh. You know what I'm saying? They saw that it was no boundary and no order. So therefore, they felt like they could be free. They were more freer, you know what I'm saying, by doing it like that. But so because of the pearl went into a danger. It said it was danger that it says, behold, there was pearl because of the devices that came into it. So these different plans, that's the balance. All right, the Lord. So if you're operating like Esau, that means you have a plan, because you can't get this far without having maps, you know what I'm saying, things, a blueprint. That's a plan. So the evils has increased. It tell you that in First Maccabees, the evils increased on the earth. All right, and it multiplied on the earth from these Edomites. All right, so the dangers in this world has increased from this way the way this man thinks, his philosophies and his doctrine. So now you're seeing the result of that. The people are mad. They tell you that the nations have drunk up his wine, Jeremiah 51. That they drunk up his wine, and now the nations are mad.
They're mad.
Everybody's mad.
Yep.
Everybody's mad. Go ahead, bro.
No, like you said, the nation's mad, so now they're devising their own plan against this place. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's all these devils that's in power, these elites. That's what they sit back and do, devise all these schemes and all these plans. And it's ultimately to take down you Israelites. This is take down you Negroes, Latinos, Natives, and Indians. They ain't worried about their people. They ain't, like, don't get me wrong, it's gonna affect the whole world, but it's for you. It's ultimately to affect the elect. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all comes back to. Because, like, the things that they're doing, as prophets, Lord willing, we be those men. We speaking on these things before they ever take place. G. Marshall, our business. You know what I'm saying? All these great men, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Rollin. You know what I'm saying? Now you got these men that have entered into those labels. Lord willing, we be those men. We're speaking on these same things, and everything that we tell you is taking place. It's happening. It's coming to a thing. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That's all through the spirit of power of YAHAWASHI. And that's all we're doing is trying to give you that warning. It's like, this was coming, that's what's coming. But we're telling you they plans before they come up with them. And they trying to deceive you and overtake you. But see, the Heavenly Father, guess what? He done revealed his secret to the servant of the prophet.
Yeah, because Yahweh said, they hate me because I tell them you hate me because I tell you the truth.
Right.
So all we have is the truth.
That's right.
We gain nothing. We gain nothing by lying. You know what I'm saying? We are already at a low position, a low state as a people. Right. And how much more is the Israelite man? Come on. So-called black man. Come on. And we got the so we already at the lowest we can get, bro. Come on. So we gain nothing by lying. We only gain by telling the truth. That's the beautiful part about it. You see what I'm saying? So what are we telling you? We're telling you that the time is about to come, the time we're about to move into. It's about to be the time like you've never seen on the face of the earth. You read that before, didn't you?
Yeah. So it's just beautiful what you're saying, because at the end of the day, brother, it's like, that's why the scriptures say, let the word be true and every man a liar. We coming straight out of the book that contains all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. These ain't our words that we speak. Every point that a brother make or the apostles and the elders make, they grab the scripture.
Yeah, the scripture say, the truth shall make you free. The truth shall set you free.
8 and 32.
There you go.
8 and 32.
That's so. Therefore, the truth is the only way we're gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? Free from what, man? We're free from fucking captivity, dude. You know what I'm saying? We just in captivity. If newsflash, you know what I'm saying? Contrary to popular belief, we're still in captivity. You know yeah. The best way to have something captive and subjection is to have it be able to roam free, but still be under your tutelage, your authority. That's the best. That's the best way to have something work for you. You see what I'm saying? So why don't you? That's what Esau did to you. He put a mental shackle on your brain. So now you can't even think properly, man. You
Yeah.
have Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
To the point that you know what I'm saying? It's like if it's not his way, it's no way, man. You see?
It's, bro, it's just beautiful because even when you tell them like, all right, this where you going off at, this where you wrong at. JC ain't JC ain't, you know what I'm saying, who the white man trying to tell you who he is. That ain't God. That ain't the Heavenly Father's son. They so damn joint to the hip with their master. They get the bucket up against you. And really all you trying to do is like offer them the salvation that the Heavenly Father offered you. Do this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and tell them that salvation is for you. You know what I'm saying? And you get it blow your mind when you try to tell these people that how they come up against you or how they reject it. But it's all set up that way. You know what I'm saying? So you just be looking at these people like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel bad for your people. I mean, I speak for myself. I do. You know what I'm saying? You get to feel bad for your people like, damn, then you get to see how wicked they are or what they stand for, the shit they're doing. It's like shit that ain't no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like the Heavenly Father told Israel, he said, think not that I love Israel. He said, think it's not to love Israel more than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't love my people more than me. This, like you said, it's beautiful. You say it's a necessary evil. It's necessary.
Yep.
So it's necessary for you to get your ass chastised, for you to be punished, because guess what? You served your master the whole time you was here. Come.
This is Proverbs 15:32. He that refuses instruction despises his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. Right. So you despise your own soul because the scriptures refer to this book as the fountain of life, living waters. You know, this is a quickening experience when we read this Bible and receive this word with meekness and humility. That's sincere. But on the contrary, you know, when you despise instruction, you know, ultimately you're going to get recompense because the wages of sin are what? Death. And it's not necessarily the same judgment you would have got where you get hell and brimstone, or the whole earth is opening up and the hell of people falling and dying at once. The Lord is slow cooking.
Yep.
The Lord is patient. He is long suffering.
What about, like, if I told you, like any, bro, bro, if you buy something new, what does it come with? Instructions.
Yep.
Everything that requires a building comes with instructions.
So since he can understand, now that I've read the instructions, I know I don't have to spend an hour doing this shit.
Yeah.
It takes 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Step by step, how it was intended
You know,
to be.
you know where the nuts go, you know the bolts and what tools to use, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know extra pieces when
Yeah. Bro, let's go, man. And that's what the Lord did. He gave us the instructions on how to live. All right, the blueprint. He told us exactly how many tools we need, what tools we need, which way to go, how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Why don't niggas see? That's how you know these Jakes are Israelites, man. These niggas are stiff ass, some
Stiff neck,
niggas.
yes, bro.
Because we the only niggas that like to skip past instructions. Like, nah, man, I just do it on my, like, why though? You got the layout right here. Why just not read the shit real quick and just do it right? Why the fuck you want to sit here figuring out? Because I'm guilty of it, man. You know?
That's why they call, man, that's beautiful you say that, because that's what I got that saying in the world. You know, Jake think Jake, don't get me wrong, Jake is creative. You know what I'm saying? Jake can do some shit, but you know, Jake a nigga read something in a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it, nigga read. Jake nigga read something in a minute. You feel me? You can just get some instructions and fix it right. But you nigga read it, wait on the last, 2-3 months, and then that motherfucker gonna fall apart again. You feel what I'm saying? And see, that's what our people don't realize. You motherfuckers that just have been patched up. You just getting through. You just getting by. That's why the Lord said, he said, they that have received benefits have not known me. Same as knowing that death by pain.
Oh, that's good. You mentioned that second time because the benefits, the scripture talk about a gift destroyed the heart, right?
Right.
Things. And so that's about to happen to our people. 2/3 of our people, mainly women, because our nation makes up it's more women in the world than men. So our people are about to get hit by that concept. And that gift was, see, right now, you know, you getting away with it to an extent because you can do something foul or do something strange for a piece of change, and society accepts you. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord don't judge you right away. You know, continue in your heart to do wickedly. That's
Easy.
so You right now they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come a time where the Lord is gonna give you a reward, like the brother was talking about. You go to Revelation 22, you say the Lord is gonna come without reward. That's why I said in verse 11 that the just be just, because the Lord is gonna give every man works a reward according to their work shall be, man. All right. So right now it may seem like you've been away with it, bro, but just know it's a recompense. I mean, just know it's a what's the word? It's a
You said recompense, right?
Yeah, recompense for your actions.
Yeah.
That's the consequences for your actions, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got like 2 more.
Good.
Yeah, what you got? Ezekiel 7.
At 14?
14 and 19, right now?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Might be 14.
No, it might not be 14, talking about that trumpet.
You would start 14 then? I want 19, but
No, I can get 13. I'm straight to the point.
I got it.
go ahead. Let me
14.
Isaiah 2.
Ezekiel 7:14. We'll just go straight.
No, you can read what I think.
All right. Ezekiel chapter 7:14. It said, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
And that's what we was talking about earlier. That the mouth, the trumpet is coming from prophets. We're doing the trumpet. You get no, but what do? You get a notification from YouTube. That's a sound. All right, there's many ways that then when you click on that video, what's coming? A vibration through the speaker, which is the voice of the prophets. So we're blowing this trumpet, and it gets loud. We turn the volume up. We're on the street. We talk loud. We precepts loud. We are blowing this trumpet. The trumpet we're blowing is war drums. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Like Apostle Tar said, man, yeah, okay. You got these niggas talking about World War III and this and that, right? But a lot of these people that follow you, man, they're gonna get overtook because they're gonna come to you looking for answers and you're not gonna have it. You know what I'm saying about dealing with this tiny technology, man. This is a very important prophecy that that you have to know about because it's gonna be detrimental to your salvation. It's gonna be literally the decision between you receiving salvation and you not. And it's not talking about the heathens because the heathens gonna reject it too. We're talking about you Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, niggas, Seminole Indians. You niggas that you're gonna have to make a decision. And look, if I never had the faith, how can I just expect my faith? That's what the training is about. If I'm a boxer, bro, I got faith. I can go to 12 rounds because we got done it in training many times. Even if I'm fighting in real fights, I've done it before. I had to. We always bring that precept out inside, right? 34 about the experience. He had traveled. He had gained experience, and then we're traveling through this realm. And see, everybody else is sitting on their ass. They at a dead state. If you're dead, you don't travel. You know what I'm saying? That's a nigga movie. We see we are alive, which means we're traveling and we're gaining experience. We have a spiritual experience.
Bro, and that's like you say, going to that faith again, bro. Like we got the faith to call upon the true name of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI. The scriptures tell you, I think it's Romans the 10th chapter. But how can you call on somebody that you ain't known? You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't learned about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in that day, you know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna be seeing the prophets. It's like these people that walk past the camp. You know what I'm saying? You got a lady. I remember a lady specifically. She walked past the camp. What's the name of the Lord again? What's the name of the Lord was again? You know what I'm saying? She done wrote it down 2 or 3 different times. In that day, you gonna try to. If she couldn't find the first piece of paper she wrote it on, she would be able to find the 3rd piece of paper she wrote it on. When it's time to truly, oh, y'all know who might be calling on the right now? Them dudes that be down there, down there across from Subway, down the street from Subway. What's that they be saying before they open up and start teaching and reading the Bible? You're gonna be trying your damnedest to figure out who to call on in that day, because the motherfucker you calling on ain't gonna answer none of your prayers and ain't gonna come through for you.
Yeah, that's why I got Isaiah 2 and 20 because it ties into everything you were saying. Because make a point because that's why that's what Isaiah 47 is about. Like you call them pronoxinated.
Well, I'm gonna grab. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Let me grab that one before you grab this one because I see what you're doing. Just Judges 10 and 14.
Oh, right here.
Ooh, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
I'm whatever she called.
Go ahead, brother. You got it. Go ahead.
Judges chapter 10, verse 14. to go and cry unto the power which you have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. And I say, no, the Most High is Jake. He's sitting back watching you calling on the right names and everybody else. He said, all right, see what he's gonna do when I bring the motherfucking troops through. See what he's gonna do when we 8 days.
Ooh, you hear me?
See how Buddha looking out for you. Then I bring this shit in.
Yeah, they say the names don't matter now. You know what I'm saying? They say that don't matter now. Yeah, okay, bro.
That mindset and that doctrine contradicts what the true doctrine says, because what the scripture say? Yahweh shall sit down his own will. But if you ask me in my name,
there you go.
So if the name was important, I ain't gonna even say his name.
Yeah, kind of.
Y'all got it.
He said, yeah, because he said, Martin said, they said, Acts 4:12, there's no other name in the heaven where we might be saved. That's salvation. His very name means salvation.
That's right.
Acts 1:21.
Yeah.
So, hey,
I got it. You read 2:20?
Yeah.
I said 2:20?
Yeah.
It says, in that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of the Lord YAHAWASHI, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Seize ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of?
Yeah.
I'm reading in the NLT, verse 22. It says, don't put your trust in mere humans. They are as frail as breath. What good are they?
Right, because it said, when we was in 20, it says, in that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold. And right, so it's going back to this system what he's trying to set up, showing you that it's an idol. Because, matter of fact, BAHASHAM,
Gotcha.
Can you grab Sirach 27? You are in the GNT, bro. I'm gonna keep bringing this out. Read in the GNT because it's powerful, man. Because it shows you that the Lord knows, man. He knows you best, man. You can't hide from the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? We always try to hide from the Lord, even though He knew where He's at. You know what I'm saying? So it said it cast their idols of gold and silver in the street because these people that's the idol, that's the God that they serve, man. Esau put it on this fiat currency. He had you look at it daily when you're dealing with cash, and now he's going to take that. Now he got to the point now it's embedded in your mind. We talked about it before. If I come here right now, if I would have came here today with some Chick-fil-A, you probably would have got Chick-fil-A later tonight or tomorrow. Or someday this week, you would like, I want some Chick-fil-A. Because I subliminally threw that in front of you.
Yeah.
So Esau was doing that with his fiat currency and the way his system set up. He would subliminally throw these things in Jake's face all day, every day, to the point Jake just could be consumed by it. You know what I mean? But and the God we trust. That they talking about the God they serve. Go ahead,
What you want?
Sirach 27, you start at the top.
God, this is Rawchaa chapter 27, verse 1. It says, many people have sinned while looking for a prophet.
What it said many people have sinned while looking for a prophet, man. Go ahead.
It says if you want to be rich, you have to keep blinders on your eyes.
Right. You gotta turn the blind eye.
Yeah,
like the niggas in this industry, they turn the blind eye. They go into these parties and all that shit. They know that if they say something, they gonna get exposed. Or so they gotta turn the blind eye just to get riches in this society, man. Yep.
It said it is hard to remove a peg that is stuck between two stones of the house. And it is just as hard to remove dishonesty from buying and selling.
Yeah, so you in this Esau system, it's you have no choice but to be dishonest just to gain a profit because the way it's darkness, it's a cloud over it. And you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but death. So in order to move, you gotta fake the funk. You gotta keep it with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? You gotta turn the blind eye. You know what I'm saying? Because in the KJV version, it says sin sticking close to him that buy himself. So it's that's what it is in the GNT version. And so basically, this sin, it says sin sticking close to it's like buying and selling. So that's what Esau's trying to get you to do. He's trying to get you to stay unclean and sin forever. By the means of what? Buying and selling, man. Right. That's how your everyday is going to surround the 15-minute cities, the smart cities. Like he wanted closer to you now. You know what I'm saying? He wanted right there. You don't got to travel 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But now if I got a 15-minute city, I got access to everything like I'm just grabbing shit from my bed and shit. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gonna consume me, man.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
It says, unless you are determined in your fear of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, your house is going to come down soon. Come down, Saflaki. Your house is going to come down on you.
Yep, that's the fifth verse.
That was the third verse.
Oh, yeah.
It says, for if your talk shows your faults, it is like a seed that separates out of the rubbish. And the way you think shows your character, just as surely as a kid shows any flaws in the pottery being fired. That was verse 5.
Yeah. So he said, so your ways show your thoughts.
It says, verse 4, your ways show your thoughts. It is like a seed that separates out of the rubbish.
Woo, shit, man. Your ways show your thoughts, man.
Your thought, your thought.
Yep.
Man, that's hard.
Yep.
The scripture talks about the power of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep. It's a consuming fire.
But I was going to the, like I said a couple days ago, Luke 6 talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. You know what I'm saying? But basically, like, going into, like, you know what I'm saying? If it's good in you, that's what's going to come out. If it's wicked in you, that's what's going to come out.
Yeah.
And then it later goes on, because at that point where it said, verse 3, unless you are determined in your fear of the Lord, your house is going to come down upon you. And they talk about in Luke 6, it said that storm that beat vehemently upon that house. You know what I'm saying? And those that built upon that rock. And that rock is YAHAWASHI. And that's what we building our foundation upon,
right.
is that rock and YAHAWASHI. Right. You feel me? We're not building upon the ways of the world. But the people that choose upon it, they're going to be overthrown quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't build upon YAHAWASHI.
Yep. What you about to say, man? Oh, I just got one more thing. This is Proverbs 27. It says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with you. Yeah, because when you go to Job, like, damn, slack it, bro. There's one more, man. When you go to Job, and what's that, bro? Brother, grab it. I think it's Job 30. Because I'm gonna say that. They talk about 30 and 2, I think. No. Job 30 is about Esau.
Yeah.
And it goes into what the Proverbs is talking about, like with the mouth. Go to 34 and 30. Job 34 and 30.
This is Job 34 and 30. So for the ear try word as the mouth tasted meat.
There you go. So the ear tried words as the mouth tasted meat. You know what I'm saying? So which also ties into the garden when it showed you that it was a philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Which she ate one of that fruit. Okay, but the ears, what bring it one time?
This is Job 34 and 3. It says, for the ear tried word as the mouth tasted meat.
Yeah. So the ear tried words as the mouth tasted meat, because it says again here, Proverbs 23 and 7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You know what I'm saying? So with your mind think, that's what you become. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say where your treasure is, where your heart is. You know what I'm saying? So the people's heart is continuing this man's system. They tell you that they forward the table for his truth in Isaiah 65. That means they forward this man's affliction. They help continue his agenda, his plan. What we just read in second Ezra is that peril, danger has entered into the earth because of this plan. So when you hold up to this plan, the only way to result is death. Bro. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, as we think it in your heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with you. So the Lord told us to eat what? This roll. That's what we're supposed to eat. We're supposed to eat this truth. We're supposed to eat this the good news, the gospel, the life. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, it will become us. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, we will survive. Isaiah 36. So y'all good. So yeah. Lord willing, this is edifying. Some people just rolling in the spirit, wherever the spirit took us, man. With that, we would like to give all honor and glory again to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
that one us again to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, we will teach on sound doctrine. Shalom to the hope of the elect. Again, and the large multitude of children, that the Lord have mercy. Hey, keep it going, brothers. Keep fighting, man. We're almost up out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Walk up a ball.
Papa Ball.
The water to the brothers that tuned in. Hey, shalom, my king.
Shalom.